Part A is about data on a random sample of labor force by age group in Kelantan. Assalamualaikum. My name is SYAHEERA binti AMRAN. My matric number H20A1573. In frequency distribution, we have 5 steps. For the step 1, decide on the number classes. For the step 2, determine the class interval or width. For the step 3, set the individual class limit. For the step 4, make a tally mark for each data entry in the appropriate class. For the step 5, the number of the tally mark for a class is the frequency for that class. In this table, as you can see, these have 3 columns, which is class, tally and frequency. In classes, we have 7 classes, and tally, we make the tally marks to make sure the number is true, and frequency, we make it true until we get 72. Next, for the cumulative frequency distribution, as you can see, the table below, in cumulative frequency distribution, we have a formula which is cumulative frequency of the last class equals sample size. In cumulative distribution, there are 4 columns, which is class, frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency. As we know, for the class, we have 7 classes. For the frequency, we make calculative until we get the answer, which is 72. For the relative frequency, we get the first class 0.03, second class 0.20, for the third class 0.14, for the fourth class 0.26, the first class 0.17, and sixth class 0.17, and lastly 0.03. For cumulative frequency, for first class we get 2, second class we get 17, for third class we get 27, and for the fourth class we get 46, for fifth we get 58, and sixth we get 70, for the last class we get 72. For mean formula, we use x bar equal to submission fx divide by n. So mean equal to 1960.4 divide by 72 equal to, the answer is 27.23. So the mean of the age group in Kelantan was 27.23. For median formula, we use median equal to LM, refer to lower class boundary of median class plus open bracket, we have a n divide by 2 minus submission m minus 1 divide by fm close bracket and time by c. The answer is 54.66. Not equal to LM refer to lower class boundary of the model class plus open bracket change to close bracket times to C. The location of the model class is based on the highest frequency. Therefore, the model class is 51.4 until 58.4. The answer is 63.38.
Assalamualaikum. My name is ALIA binti HASRI and my matric number is H20A1861. Okay, now let me move to graphical method. For graphical method, we decide to use frequency polygon and ogive. Ogive is a line graph that displays the cumulative frequency of each class at its upper class boundaries. So right now we have the table and graph that present the cumulative frequency. This table shows data set for ogive. We have class, upper boundaries, frequency and cumulative frequency. This graph that I'll give in cumulative frequency is 0 to 70, 46, 58, 70 and 72. For upper boundaries is 26.9, 34.9, 42.9, 50.9, 58.9, 66.9, 74.9 and 82.9. A frequency polygon is a line graph that emphasizes the continuous change in frequencies. For frequencies polygon, we have classes, midpoint, and frequency. For graph, we use midpoint and frequency. The midpoint is negative 0.25, 50.45, 19.45, 23.45, 27.45, 31.45, 35.45 and 39.49. The net is for frequency is 0, 2, 15, 10, 19, 12, 12 and 2, and total for frequency is 72. The range of a data is the difference between the maximum and minimum data entries in the set. Range equal to 81.1 minus 27.4 and the total is 53.7. Therefore, the range of each group in Kelantan was 53.7. Okay, now this part shows for variance and standard deviations. For variance formula, we use S squared equal to 1 divided by n minus 1 open bracket summation f x squared minus 2 in bracket and summation f x squared divided by n close bracket. So for the variance equal to 1 divided by 72 minus 1 open bracket 56029.78 minus 384 3168.16 divided by 72, so we'll get 26.52. For standard deviation, we use S squared to square root S squared equal to square root 26.52 equal to 5.15. Therefore, the sample variance is about 26.52 and the sample standard deviation is about 5.15.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is HUSNA binti ZAHARI. My matric number H20A1532. Next, my part, measure position and shape of data distribution. Quartiles are the set of value which as 3 points dividing the data set into 4 identical parts. Quartiles are the value that divide a list of numerical data into 3 quarters. The middle part of the 3 quarters measure the central point of distribution and show the data which are near to the central point. Each quartiles divide the entire set into 4 equal parts. So there are 3 quarters which is first, second and third presented by Q1, Q2 and Q3 respectively. Step 1. Find the location of Q1 and Q3. First quartile, Q1 equal n divide 4, 72 divide 4 equal 18. Class interval 27.4 until 34.4. Third quartile, Q1 equal 3n divide 4, 372 divide 4 equal 54. Class interval 41.6 until 48.6. Step 2. Find the value of Q1 and Q2. Q1 equal LQ1 plus N divide 4 minus F divide FQ1 multiply C. 34.9 plus 72 divide 4 minus 2 divide 15 multiply 8. 34.9 plus 16 divide 15 multiply 8 equal 43.43. Q3 LQ3 plus 3N divide 4 minus F divide FQ1 multiply C. 15.9 plus 372 divide 4 minus 27 divide 19 multiply 8. 15.9 plus 27 divide 19 multiply 8 equal 62.27. Interquartile range Q3 minus Q1. 62.27 minus 43.43 equal 18.84. Last part is shape of data distribution. The shape of data distribution of the current age group in Kelantan. Means 27.23, median 54.66, mode 63.38. Okay, based on the graph age group in Kelantan, 27.4 until 34.4 is 2%, 35.4 until 42.4 is 15%, 43.4 until 50.4 is 10%, 41.4 until 58.4 is 19%, 59.4 until 66.4 is 12%, 97.4 until 74.4 is 12%, and last 75.4 until 82.4 is 2%. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anissa Farhana binti KAMAL. My numeric is H20A1X97. I will explain to you about part B. For part B, introduction to the data and variable involved. In the table is the data set that we have found. Our data come from an internet database, thus it is a secondary information. Someone else collect and record the data. This is data that have been repurposed and acquired for a different purpose. For IV or X is pH of well water. For dB or Y is bicarbonate part per million of well water. For N value equal 34. Next, person product movement correlation coefficient. This is the data that we was calculate manually. The answer for correlation that we have get R equal to negative 0.26. There is with negative correlation at negative 0.26 between pH of well water and bicarbonate of well water. Next is simple linear regression. For regression equation equal to 7x6.3x minus negative 84.02x. For every pH of well water decrease, bicarbonate of well water will decrease about negative 84.02. For B0 equals
0.86 is 0.3x. When the pH of well water is 0, the bicarbonate of well water is 786.3x.